Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's been so long, I feel like, since I've done a plan with me. So I am back at it. I'm here at the plan with me, and I am planning out the week of February 22nd through the 28th. And I'm going to be using the latest Kawaii subscription kit from Sweet Kawaii Design, and it is the Crafty Critters. So this was the bonus sheet. And then the jumbo critters, which I have been loving that she's been doing the jumbo stickers. I have just not figured out how to use them appropriately because I don't know, I need so much room. So when I put them in there, I feel like they're taking up room. But I've been using more things like that. I've been trying a lot. So I really love the crayons in here. The full boxes are really fun this go around. The colors are super bright. Oh my goodness, they are super bright and vibrant. And yeah, so your guys's is going to have pink numbers right here. Mine was an old design that Tasia had forgot to switch into pink numbers, so your guys's will have those. I've got all the typography and the icons. The weekend banners are really fun this time too. They're just switched up, they're different. The half boxes, some are functional, some have little decorative icons. I use both. Sometimes I leave the decorative, sometimes I cover them up. It just kind of depends. And then your date covers are the pencils, and then the bottom washi, which is pretty busy, but it doesn't bother me this time. Sometimes the busyness does bother me, other times it does not. So this time we're golden. I am bringing in this bow washi from Simply Gilded, and let's get into this. Alright, I'm going to zoom you guys in, and I am going to straighten you out a touch. And I do have my T-Rex coffee mug here. Again, I do this every time. I can't actually show you guys the T-Rex because then I'd be spilling coffee everywhere. I'm also going to do my best not to spill. So, yeah, let's make this one as chatty as possible since it's been so long. I don't even know the last time I really got to chat with you guys. A lot of you had been messaging me and make sure that I was okay and that I was still planning on doing Plan With Me's, and the answer is yes, I am planning to continue doing Plan With Me's. Well, there's quite a bit that's been happening, but long story short, I had 3 flip-throughs from my 2020 planner lineup that I needed to get done, and it just took me quite a bit. In the past, prior to having a kid, it would have been no big deal to do those as bonus videos and to continue to do my Plan With Me's, but having Jensen has changed that, and I probably could have still made it happen, but at the expense of not spending time with my family. So it was an option, but it wasn't really an option. So that is, why I kind of disappeared. I really wanted to get those out. One, because it's where I started. My very first YouTube video that I ever did was on my iPhone on a rigged up selfie stick tripod that I had duct taped to a leftover wrapping paper tube. And really, I don't have that many followers on YouTube, but dang it guys, if you could see where I came from and kind of where I'm at now, I wish I had taken a picture of that setup. You know, at some point I may have, in the depths of somewhere, taken a picture of how I used to rig my iPhone with a selfie stick, and but anyway, that's where I started, was a flip through of my planner, and I just want to make sure that I always do those. Until people tell me to not do them anymore or people don't watch them, I want to do them. So I wanted to make sure that I got those up, and I do feel like sometimes my Plan With Me's end up being the same monotonous thing. I get in a groove with my planning and I don't like to stray from it too much. So I do understand that sometimes it can seem a bit boring, but I try and keep you guys updated about my life. So I know some of you guys had messaged me on Instagram just making sure everything was going all right. But yes, here I am with a plan with me. Where to start? I do think the last time I would have talked to you guys, I think was a speed through, and I can't remember if it was before or after we got back from our trip from Branson. I think that's the last time I really talked to you guys. I can't quite remember, but I don't know. Where do we want to start? Oh, I hit a few weeks there where I felt, I don't want to say rock bottom because it was not ever that bad, but it wasn't a happy place, and it was not very fun to be me and be around me, and I felt like I was in survival mode out of the protection for myself, out of protection for Jensen, out of protection for my family. So I am going to chalk it up to postpartum anxiety, possibly a little bit of postpartum depression, although I've always struggled more with anxiety than depression just in general. I've mentioned this before, this isn't new, but I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression in high school. But when I was going through therapy, it was brought to my attention that I had probably had anxiety as early as preschool. And I know that I've talked about this too, but if you're new, I know for a fact first grade were some triggering moments of stories told to me of things that I had done, like locking myself in the bathroom every morning to avoid getting on the school bus and going to school, even though I loved school. So yes, a very anxious person. I feel like I've come a really long way since initially being diagnosed and then going through the loss of my mom and all of that kind of stuff. I do feel like I've come a long way. With that being said, I had not experienced any kind of postpartum emotional issues. I hadn't even really experienced postpartum hair loss until about December, so about 4 months after my son was born, and I would say that is about the time that my anxiety started picking up pretty good, and I think it hit a peak a few weeks ago. And that is why I backed off pretty much everything in life. Short of just telling you guys, like, this part of motherhood sucks, and I'm okay, and I'm seeking help. I pretty much was backed off. I kept posting minimally, but I was still there. I was still scrolling through Instagram. I was still checking comments. But I definitely wasn't on Insta stories, not nearly as much anyway. And I just kind of was a recluse, I guess. So I really had been dealing with that. I am still in the hunt for new primary care. I reached out to a few places. Part of my anxiety is phone anxiety. I don't like making phone calls. I will for my son or for other people, but when it comes to me making phone calls, I will push it off. So I've reached out via email to a few places, and I'm just working through that. But I do feel like I'm back on the upswing, and last week was a really good week. I felt like I was back emotionally, mentally, where I was during pregnancy. Pregnancy honestly was the happiest time and the least amount I've ever had to deal with anxiety and just kind of like mental health stuff. So I actually felt like I was close to that last week, and this week it's been off and on, but it's still a pretty good week. All things considered with everything that's happening. I'm going to go through my plan with me as quick as I can because Jensen has been napping for, let's see, about 30 minutes already, and he will probably wake up here in the next 10 minutes or so, and then I will have to pause this and resume later, but that's all right. Technically we've got like all week to film and edit and upload this. And then by the time you guys are seeing it, you won't even have known that there was a time crunch at all, so it's all good. We have spent a lot of time at home. The only place that I went, Jensen and I went, is we went down to Wichita to visit my friend Braylee. We had a girls' weekend down there, and then I just brought Jensen because he was in a pretty good mood, and Braylee loves him, so of course I wanted to take him. I do think I'm going to be using this blue bottom washi since it goes well with the washi that I put up on the top. So we did do that, and when I came back from that trip is when I think the worst part of my anxiety kind of hit, and I just kind of felt out of control. But luckily things have been looking up since then. Oh, let's see. I know that there's so much stuff that's been going on that you guys just have missed out on, and I apologize for that. Jensen's daycare situation has looked really good, actually. We haven't had hardly any issues, which is really nice. It makes my life easier when I know that he's safe and well cared for, and I don't know, we haven't had many issues there at all. He is turning 6 months. 6 months on Friday. Oh my god, 6 months on Friday. How, guys? How has it already been 6 months? They tell you, like, time flies, but, like, holy shit. It's just so crazy. I still need to do my bottom washi, or my date covers, but I will get there in a second. I'm trying to decide which color. Do I want to start with the pink? Sure. Go to the pink over here. He has his 6-month appointment on this Monday that I'm planning for, and I just cannot believe it. I really, really can't. It's just crazy. He has been doing purees since his 4-month appointment, so pretty much the last 2 months we've been just trying different purees, which are your typical baby food. We've done like homemade mashed bananas and avocados and things like that, but we have not really dove into it too much. Part of I am terrified. I don't feel like I know what I'm doing when it comes to feeding him. And the other part of it really has just been time and not working out. When he comes home from daycare, it's about 5 o'clock, and he is going to bed anywhere between, like, we start the bedtime process anywhere between 6 and 7, just depending on his mood. I would say more times than not, it's a 6 o'clock start with him going to bed anywhere between 6:30 and 6:45. And part of that is because he gets up so early. Let me look at my full box options really fast so I know which one I want to use as my quote box. I really like this one, but it is pink and I don't want pink next to pink. I might do the green one. or the orange one, the Made with Love and Curse Words. I might do that one up in the top. So by the time we get him home, we don't have a lot of time with him. He's usually pretty grumpy and tired. So we've been trying to do food, but some days we have success and some days we just don't, which is fine. He's still young and we're still just experimenting with food, really. He's doing really, really well though. He likes most things. Avocados, peas, and green beans are a hard pass, all those green veggies. But we're not trying them still, just because he said no once. We have been continuing to try them, and we're going to continue to try them. And he's just gonna have to either get used to it or not. I don't know if that's the right way of thinking about it, but I feel like as long as he's being offered and he's trying them, I would think eventually he'll just either, I don't know, be a picky eater or not. I'm hoping closer on the not end. All those things are things that my husband would eat, so we'll see. We're going to keep trying the green veggies though. Alright, let's do the date covers, and then we'll go into the plans for the week. So we have been hit with a lot of winter weather here lately. We actually had a very mild winter for what we typically have. It's not abnormal for us to get a late start into our winter, into late February, March, even into April, sometimes even into May. We'll get our last good snow. So it's not that this, I don't know if this is a polar vortex or not. I haven't really paid attention to what the news is calling it, but it's not that this is abnormal. It's just been a little bit crazy, and the wind chills in the -30s has been a bit much. I don't know. It's like a protective instinct kind of thing, because if it were just me, no big deal. Like, cold winter temps wouldn't scare me, but they are doing mandatory rolling blackouts right now to preserve energy, and I don't know, the thought about that is just a little frightening when you have a child, and I guess I underestimated the feelings that I would feel with it, and knowing he would be totally fine. Like, your house is not going to get that cold in 30 minutes to even 2 hours without power. We have been really lucky that it hasn't happened yet. We have not been affected by the rolling blackouts, although I have friends and family in the area that have been. So it is just kind of, they don't really know, like, there's not a pattern to it, or at least they're not telling us that there's a pattern. So for right now, we're literally just taking it minute by minute, and we are just chilling at home. It is currently Tuesday, the 16th. My schools were closed yesterday on Monday. They were closed today because of the cold temps and the road conditions, and I cannot stop sneezing all of a sudden. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if some of my schools are shut down again tomorrow. We're supposed to get a little bit of snow overnight, but they didn't really say how much yet. The wind chills are still going to be pretty dicey tomorrow morning, but the high is in the 20s tomorrow, so that's going to feel like a dang heat wave. So I'm not really sure. One of the bigger school districts west of us has already closed for tomorrow, but that means nothing anymore. You know, 2 years ago I would have said, oh yeah, for sure, if they're closing, then yeah, we are closing too, but COVID has changed a lot of things. My districts can't really go remote. We're mostly in person. One of my districts has gone in and out of hybrid a few times, but other than that, everyone's stayed in person since the start of the school year. And we don't really have the structure to just be like, hey, everyone's staying home and you're going to be doing remote learning. And also with these rolling blackouts, doing remote learning isn't even possible at this point. So we are really just taking it day by day here. So we'll see what the if we end up having school tomorrow or not. I wouldn't be surprised if we do, but I wouldn't be surprised if we don't. It's really kind of a 50-50 toss-up at this point. But let's go into the weekly plans. I'm going to put my bill due sticker down first for Saturday. We just have that one bill due, so that's nice. I'm going to use a little George because why not? And this is going to be a little bit of a change. I am still doing my workouts Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. However, I have gone through my whole postpartum plan. I redid phases 2 and 3, and I am moving on to what is called the 10-minute plan. It is 3 10-minute sets of exercises that you do during that day. So my Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and they're not super easy to just be like with my postpartum, it was like squat like you like it, and that was what the video was called, but this isn't like that at all. So I can't just write the name of the workout. I thought about putting like week 2, day 1, week 2, day 2, but I don't like that. I'm doing that right now this week because I didn't know what else to do. But let me show you kind of what I'm doing in my on-the-go planner. I don't know why, but this is where it fits. So I'm using these dots from Cricut Paper Co. And they're just these translucent dots. And then I have color-coded them for the different types of workouts. So this would have been the 3 that I did yesterday. After I'd already put this down, I realized like mobility and stretching, I wanted to do purple, but I didn't want to lift that up. And same here, like I'd already put these down for mobility, but it really was just like a stretching video. But this is in my on-the-go planner, so I don't know. I don't really need it to be in my on-the-go planner, but it's where I have room. So it's going to stay there for a few weeks and see if I like it that way. But with that being said, I was using a half box and then writing in my workout, but I don't think I need that anymore. So instead, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to be saving my half box, and I'm just going to be using some kind of icon. I'm thinking I want to use these, but I'll be short one. Maybe we'll do a different one. I just really like these. I'll have to dig out another one after the video. And then I will need to remember to put one on Saturday. I also just have these little workout ones. I need to order some more of the workout sticker sheets from Sweet Core Design, but I wish there was a full sheet of the larger ones, because that just doesn't, I don't know, that doesn't look super cute. Maybe I will write in like, oh, I don't know, it's just a little, I don't like that, never mind. Let me put these back. I think I will just write in workout for now. I'll be needing some larger workout typography stickers, and I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't think I want to specify which kind of workout it is, but let's put in the weekend banner before I forget. I want to use, I guess, this green one. This little paintbrush here. I'm gonna put it at the top. I think that's going straight on the bottom of the paintbrush. I don't know. That'll have to do. You know, I may need to just put, like, I may have to move this over to put in a placeholder when I get to Saturday just to see how tall that is. Alright, do I want to put in bath night? I did not put in bath night this week, but I am considering it. Let's go ahead and put bath night in. So bath night will be Wednesday. It may get a bit wonky towards the weekend. Friday night we will be, well, I will be taking Darshell out for dinner for her birthday. We were supposed to do it yesterday, but I canceled because it was just way too cold and scary and the roads were crap. And then on Sunday, I don't know if we'll get to it on Sunday or if we'll have to move it to that following Monday, because it is my niece's first birthday party and we are going to be attending, and it's in Wichita. So we're gonna go down there for that and then come home. So I just don't know if by the time we get home, I don't know, Jensen may need a bath though, because that could be an interesting bedtime kind of night, because he'll probably sleep most of the way home in the car, which is terrifying at this point. Ugh, I hadn't really thought about that yet. I don't really want to think about it anymore. Let's put in a bathtub sticker on those nights though. But we'll see. I don't really know how this weekend is going to play out at this point. It's kind of a bummer that her birthday is on a Sunday, but I think we're going to end up doing that for Jensen too, because Johnny and Jensen's birthdays are so close and Darshell works on the weekends. So I just told her, like, you plan Johnny's birthday and then I will plan it after you figure yours out, because her schedule's a lot more tight on the weekends than mine is. Like, she has to really plan out the days that she has off, and I don't. Like, we could have it in any weekend in August, but we were talking that if I did mine on Sunday after she did hers on Saturday, she and Johnny could attend because she was going to take the whole weekend off potentially. So, and I'm totally cool with that. So if I'm willing to go down on a Saturday for Amelia's birthday, then hopefully people will be willing to. Did I say Sunday or Saturday? Regardless, I think if I'm willing to go down, they should be willing to come up for Jensen's first birthday on a Sunday. So we'll see. Well, I'm already here because his appointment is on Monday. I have this sticker from Sweet Koi Design, and I don't think we have anything else planned that night. However, it's going to be a weird day. My husband has his psych appointment on Monday, and he is going to be going to that. And then I am going to be picking up Jensen from daycare and getting him to the doctor. But then my husband is going to meet us at the doctor, and my husband is actually going to be the one to go in with Jensen because he has not met the new pediatrician yet, and I had to take Jensen into his appointment last time, so my husband really wants to do it this time, which I am totally cool with. But just because of distance-wise and how far away his psych appointment is from Jensen's daycare, and then in relation to the pediatrician, I need to pick him up and get him to the building. That way Drew can be there for that appointment. Alright, I may put a quarter box in at the bottom and then space things out a little bit more. Or, you know, I probably could change this. I don't really need a half box for my husband's appointment. It is of importance to me just to hear the results and just kind of see what's going on there, but I don't need to be there, so it's more of a, hey, gentle reminder that this is why you are having to go pick up Jensen from daycare. And now I realize that I'm going to put this down and I'm going to have to move things around again. But this half box could really just be there for anything that we end up doing Monday night, which isn't going to be a whole lot. Jensen did not react super well to his 4-month vaccines. So we are anticipating that this time will be similar in the fact that he may not do super great with them. And that's okay, but just something we want to keep in mind. So we're not planning anything for that evening. He actually ended up with a fever. He ended up with a fever for 5 days. A low-grade fever for 5 days, I think. I just saw this little Simon sloth sticker in the kit. It's like, I'm assuming like drawing or journaling or something, but I'm going to use it for my husband's psych appointment. I am not going to go too much more into the psych appointment, and even if you ask me to, I'm not going to. It's his thing that he is working on, and I don't feel like it is my place to really share unless he gives me permission to talk about it, which I don't know. I don't really know where he sits with that at the moment. He has appreciated me not saying much so far, so I don't know. He's all good, I promise. We're just kind of looking into some things that potentially could help him be a little bit more successful and happy. So that is basically it. Tuesday. Right now, we are planning on going to my dad's house for dinner. Like I said, that could change very quickly, depending on Jensen's mood and if he ends up with a fever or not from the vaccine. Jensen is starting to stir, so I'm not really sure how much time I have left here. So I have options. I think, though, what I'm going to do is use this one for dinner at my dad's, but I don't know that I'm going to pull out the dinner sticker yet. It's our intention to go to dinner at his house and finish up Ted Lasso, but I'm not going to put in anything here until we know how Jensen reacts Monday night. Kind of keeping our week open like that. Although I think I'm shooting myself in the foot because so I may or may not have thought about the timing of my COVID vaccine. I have already had the first vaccine and I am scheduled to get the second one on Wednesday. I am hoping that I am one of the lucky souls who doesn't have any sort of issue from the vaccine. I'm going to put this little frank here. May bump that down so that I can fit a half box at the top. But yeah, I am so hoping that I am one of the lucky souls who does not have a reaction to the second one. I didn't have anything from the first vaccine, though I am hearing from several people that the second one has the potential to kind of give you a really bad hangover feeling for a little bit, for about 24 hours. So not really looking forward to that. Kind of hoping again that I am really lucky and just don't have any kind of symptom. Last time I was able to like work out that night, and I think that really helped. My arm was definitely sore. I think more sore than a flu shot, which some people were saying. It made the arm feel similar to that. I thought it was worse, and I usually don't have a bad reaction to the flu shot either. So I thought this was a little bit worse, but sorry, I'm trying to talk and make this fit and it's just really not working out. But I think we're just gonna leave it at that, and it's just gonna have to overlap and be fine. Oh, that's super cute though. Frank is adorable with glasses, especially those like little pink framed glasses. Now I feel like I'm rambling and I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, my arm. So it definitely, I think it was worse than a flu shot. Even though I kept working out and kept using and moving my arm, it was not an enjoyable experience as far as the pain in the arm goes. But that was it. That's all I felt. So I will take it and I will not complain about anything else. So yeah, going on to Wednesday then, I am scheduled to get, well, I'm technically not scheduled to get it yet. I will get, where is my sheet of half boxes? I should be getting my email to go get that done. I'll probably get it Monday to schedule for Wednesday. Last time I went at like 3 o'clock because then I would have been able to see all of my students that day and get up there to get the vaccine, and it took me 40 minutes to make it through the line, and it was a really good process for the vaccine. I didn't really have any issues. It kept moving. The line was good. Like, I didn't have any problems with that, but my coworker said she went earlier than I did, and yeah, it only took her like not long at all to get through the line. So that was a bit of a bummer knowing that it took me a lot longer to get through the line and that it did not take her very long at all. So I may, if I can squeeze it in, I may try and do an earlier time. I just don't know if that's going to be possible with my caseload and my schedule for the day at work. Missing 2 days because of snow days obviously isn't my fault, but it does mean that I missed students, and I don't have to make them up legally. I don't, because it was because of a snow day that I missed. So it's not because I was absent, so I wouldn't have to make them up. But it's just, it's more of like an ethical thing. I don't feel like it's fair to the students to miss out. So I'm just kind of aware of that when I am gone, and I don't know, making sure that they're still getting as best services as they can. I am going to be using this sticker from Mixie Cat Stuff for the vaccine, and I need another appointment label. I'm going to use the same typography that I used for my husband's. I'm also going to kind of put that over in the overlap. I move this up. Oops. Sorry, little cat. All of that rambling to say, I'm terrified that I'm going to not feel great. Jensen's going to be running a fever and not feel super happy. He's also in the middle of his developmental leap. So there's a good potential. Also, like, the darkest storm cloud is like over this time, and I'm just like, oh god, like, this has the potential to be a really crappy week. But we won't know until we see how Jensen's shots go and see how I react to this. We have every intention on going to Wichita, however, you know, life happens, so we'll see. I really don't want to miss out on Amelia's first birthday party. It's a really big deal to my sister and brother-in-law, so I want to be able to be there if we can. Thursday, we don't have anything planned that I remember. No, we've got a lot of family birthdays this week, so I'm going to be putting those up in the to-do section to remind myself to tell people happy birthday, because I suck at that. I could use one of these jumbo stickers in lieu of a full box, or I could just use a full box, a decorative one, since I really haven't yet. I've got this green one that says create something amazing today, and then I've got this green one that says make time to be creative. I've already used Frank on the other side, so I may go ahead and just use this one, and I'm gonna put it up top right underneath the workout. And I'm so hoping. I am going to be proactive. I'm moving all of my Thursday kids to Friday. just in case I don't feel good, I'm not left scrambling last minute. I tend to keep my Fridays really open for paperwork and meetings and things like that. So it's not, I don't think it's going to be too much of a hassle to move my Thursday students to Friday. I guess we're going to find out. Because of right now, I don't think I have anything planned on Friday. It is also our Medicaid week at work. So yeah, this is really bad timing if I am going to get sick from this vaccine. Again, it's nothing really I can do. It's just something to be proactive about. But the Medicaid replacement window is basically where, as a service provider in the schools, we have students that are eligible for Medicaid and we get reimbursed for providing services. And during this Medicaid replacement window, we are responsible to see all of our Medicaid students just like we normally would, but it's just a really big deal. Or at least my company makes it feel like it's like life or death if we happen to, one, if a student's absent, or if we get ill, or if a student is doing something fun and we can't see them. Like, we pretty much get told you're gonna see these kids no matter what. So it's a little stressful when you start thinking about that. But let's put down a half box, and I think I'm just gonna put down the little one with the pencil. And I'm just going to put it at the bottom, and that way I can put, oh, you know what though? I will probably be getting groceries this day, picking up groceries, which hopefully I will feel fine enough to do. As of right now, I'm going to put the little grocery cart there to remind, this icon's really cute, to remind myself to pick those up, but I don't know. We'll see if hopefully I'm feeling fine enough to do that, but we'll just play it by ear. Going on to Friday, I think it might be my husband's payday on Friday. Yeah, so let's put a little payday icon up top. I may bring in a quarter box because I haven't done that yet. I actually haven't used a quarter box for a payday in a while, but I want some variety, so let's do it. There's that. No, we've got dinner plans Friday evening, so I'm going to be taking Darshell out. I think we're doing sushi. Do I have a full box that is a blue one that is functional? No. Alright, let's use a half box then. I think we're doing sushi. I'm letting her pick. We had planned on doing sushi last night and then I had to cancel, but well, I think we kind of canceled on each other. It was just the best decision not to go out. But yeah, I think we're going to be doing sushi. So I'll probably dig out a sushi icon as it gets closer. I don't know, this little Poe is just so cute. Let's see. I could put Poe here, or I could put Poe up here. I'm going to put Poe at the bottom. I'm going to just white this out. I am going to center Poe. I think it's meant to fit completely in the width of it, but with the yarn, I'm going to center Poe's body because I am okay with the yarn going outside the line. And I'm going to try and get this last little white dot. And then I ended up getting the line. It's whatever. That way I can write something in here with an icon. Saturday, we talked about going down to Wichita Saturday, but I just don't know. Let me use this as a placeholder. I guess I can just... All I need is a little caffeine and a lot of crafting. Or maybe it's the other way around. Gonna put that there and then... Or maybe do I want to put a half box? Or... I could center it, and that way I have space above and below to write in something. That is what I'm gonna do, because if I leave myself just space to write one thing in for Saturday, that's sad, because we'll probably do more than one thing. Going on to Sunday, that is Amelia's birthday party, so I want to make sure that I put that in. And I do have one of these highlight of the day stickers, so I'm probably going to use that down here and put in her birthday. And then I'll probably put a quarter box clear up at the top, and then that leaves me with space to write in something here. Alright, that is all I am doing, because I usually put stuff up in the checklist, but this video is long enough as it is. I'm just going to open this up, show you guys. I also did not put any stickers on the sidebar yet, but I am currently tracking this week reading 9 p.m. bedtime, which is basically don't go to bed before 9. I know that that sounds crazy, but Jensen goes to bed so early that I'm like, I need to go to bed because he's sleeping, but I don't. I need to stay up and get some stuff done, and then I can go to bed at like a normal person time, and then making sure that I do my memory planner every single day so I don't get behind. So I'll be doing those things again, and then I will be tracking what I'm reading up here. And let me show you guys the new PR freebies. I have them in rainbow order right now. I have everyone, so I will share with you all of them because they are amazing, and they are like all tulips, so they make a cute little garden. Alright, this one is Gwen's. I would love it if you guys used my PR code, but I also acknowledge that it's really freaking cool to get them all and to have a collection. So let me share with you guys all of them. This is Gwen's. I really, really love this one. Everything hurts and I'm dying. And then little cupcake reminds me of the shut the fuck up cake. I really love that sticker a lot, actually. I have it here. I bought it in the die cut packs because it's my kind of humor. Sorry, I just shook the whole table. This one is Jennifer's. It's just really cute. I really love little Frank with the umbrella, and then the whatever peels your pineapple, just that cracks me up. This one is Joanne's, and I really love this updated shopping cart. I noticed that it was updated, but now that I'm like actually getting to use it in my planner and I'm seeing it on her freebie, I really like that design a lot too. Here is my freebie, and I'm so excited. I brought my Weenie dog back. I have the little hedgie eating pizza. Pizza is like my food. You can hear the snowplow outside. I'm really sorry. Just a happy little bee, and then Bessie Moo with the double shot. My cloud, you guys know I love the cloud, and then I have just a little running shoe here. Here is Natalie's freebie. You guys know that I love the new updated nail polish for all my Color Street stuff. This one is Sierra's freebie, and it is holy frankness. I love this. As much as I'm really trying to budget and be on a no spend, I'm not being successful so far. That is like me every day of the day, like every day of the week. I'm like, oh, I have all this money to spend. I don't. I need to stop spending stuff. But and then here's Darchelle's, which aside from mine is probably my favorite, just because Darchelle and I are like the same people. So I want to be the people aren't exactly. The reading in bed, definitely more her. I am trying, actually, my husband bought a book and is reading it in bed at night, so we've been reading side by side together. Like, that doesn't happen. And then the send nudes is just hilarious. The little T-Rex with the T. You guys know I love this updated, well, it's not even updated. You guys know that I love this icon here, and then the snake plant is just freaking adorable because I still have a snake plant and it's still alive. So that is it. I am going to stop now and show you guys the full spread. But that is it. I know that this is super long and rambly. I don't anticipate that all of my Plan With Me's will be long and rambly like this. going forward in the future, but I hope that you enjoyed, and I am really glad to be back doing Plan With Me's for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye guys.